Hello and welcome back. Today is the day we ask the very important question of Lato Vandal, is it worth it? Now, originally Lato Vandal was only available if you logged in during the closed beta, excluding the open beta weekend. This was around update 7, I believe. The same was true with Bratton Vandal, I just failed to include this in the video. But it was only actually available up until then. There was like an open beta weekend where the game transitioned from closed beta to open beta, and you could only get the game originally from there. However, this has been changed due to Sanctuary Onslaught, and you can now get the weapon again. They are a bitch to farm, but you can get it through Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. Now, this weapon is actually pretty darn good. Aside from it looking very James Bond, it is actually a pretty darn good weapon. It is a Mastery Rank 7 weapon, and it is a semi-automatic pistol. It does hold 15 rounds in a magazine, and your max ammo capacity is 210 rounds. And then the joke part of it, it does have a 5-point riven disposition, and the way in which you're able to build this weapon, that just makes this darn thing overpowered, because it does definitely has some spam ability, especially in contrast to a few other weapons such as Lex, hit hard, you've got that one-time shot. This thing just spam all over the place. It does a total of 46 damage, and roughly 50 to 60% of that is slash. It does a lot of slash. It's a slash based pistol, which is nice. It's got a 26% critical chance and a 2.4 critical multiplier, and then the downside for me, it only has a 10% status chance, but with a few bits of old multi-shot, that can definitely be worked up. Now, in comparison to Lato, it certainly has a higher base damage, 16 points more. It's gone from 30 to 46, so Lato Vandal is winning out there, and this damage has gone mainly into puncture and slash. Not a lot onto puncture, it's gone from 7.5 to 11.5, but that slash has gone from 15 to 27. Certainly has a higher critical chance, going from 10 to 26. And its critical multiplier has gone from 1.8 to 2.4. It does have a higher status chance, but not by much. It's gone from 6 to the grand total whopping number of 10% status chance, but it does have a lower fire rate, so you are able to keep those rounds more under control, and it's been given that mastery rank requirement of 7, where Lato is typically of 0. Now onto the part that all the little geeks want to know. Oh, but the founders have Lato Prime. How does it compare to Lato Prime? Well, it's a little bit lower, but not too much. Rather than 26% critical chance, Lato Prime has 30, although it does have a lower critical damage multiplier. And the part that I am also a little bit salty about is that Lato Prime has a status chance of 20%. You win some, you lose some. However, it also is a bit more accurate. It does have a smaller magazine, and it does have a lower fire rate. However, other than that, honestly, the numbers really are not too important there, and you're not going to get hold of it, so stop crying about the fact that Lato Vandal is all you're going to be able to get. Anyway, Lato Vandal for the star chart is absolutely great. It's got some great spam ability. It does hit pretty darn hard. But onto the absolute higher levels beyond Sortie, so it's not really good for me. But for Sortie, it's perfectly fine and does do the job, and it's great with a spam build. But moving into the higher levels, such as 155 corrupted heavy gunners and bombars, it doesn't actually really do much, even if I spam them into the old spaghetti orb. I haven't actually included it in the video, but I had to bust out the old HEMA just to finish these guys off, because the Lato Vandal just quite simply wasn't cutting it. It did get through the heavy gunners pretty effectively, but when I moved on to the bombards, it fell a bit short. It wasn't as effective as I was hoping, and then I had to go and revive my darn dog. Anyway, the build I am using is pretty standard: Hornet Strike, Prime Target Cracker, Prime Pistol Gambit, Barrel Diffusion, Lethal Torrent, Stunning Speed, Jolt and Pistol Pestilence, just to try and work up the status chance. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!